There's a brand new way to listen to your favorite radio station, the iHeartRadio app for your mobile and tablet. Download it for free today and enjoy your favorite radio station anytime, anywhere. You're listening to Ted Woloshyn, News Talk 1010.
Welcome back to the program. It's 2:05 News Talk 1010. In 2015, Alicia McGill was diagnosed with dystonia. Last year, taking part in Chuck's Run, a fundraiser for dystonia research, she was the single most successful fundraiser this year. She is the ambassador of the event, which comes up June 4th in High Park. She joins me online. Hello, Alicia. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, Ted. How are you?
I'm very well. I know what dystonia is through our mutual friend Bill Sondercook and the Chuck's Run, named after his younger brother Chuck. Explain to people, because I'm sure people ask you and they say, well, when you were diagnosed, they say, well, what is that?
Right. Well, the best I can explain it is that dystonia is a very complex and highly variable neurological movement disorder that is characterized by involuntary muscle contractions. And many patients may experience uncontrollable twisting, repetitive movements, or abnormal postures and positions. And it does affect many parts of the body. It includes the arms, legs, trunk, face, and the vocal cord.
Mm-hmm. So suddenly you started feeling like these twitches coming on and spasms coming on?
Yeah, it started with some uncontrollable muscle contractions actually in one of my legs, and they were really painful. They were waking me up out of my sleep, and one day my neck started pulling to the right side, and I couldn't control it, and it progressed from that point.
And what is your situation now? I mean, how does it affect you? You're obviously taking some medications of some sort.
No, actually, I don't have any medications that I'm taking. So the medication, it wasn't particularly helping me, and I found it very difficult to function on a daily basis with it. So I did eventually wean myself off of medication, and the only thing available to me was some alternative therapy, like watching my nutrition and trying to do some exercise, because unfortunately I just haven't had a lot of options in terms of what the medical community can give to me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much what I'm trying to do today. I try and be proactive and understand that stress is a large trigger, and it'll set off the movements. And so that's how I'm trying to maintain it now. It's
okay.
just.
So these are triggers, but do we know what the initial cause is of dystonia?
Well, no. I think the type of dystonia that I have falls into a different category. So there is the genetic form of it, where there are things being found in blood work and the genetics, but in my situation, they haven't been able to find anything in my blood work, so they can't really tell me anything about what I should do and how to manage it.
Mm-hmm. So there are two types. There's a primary dystonia and secondary dystonias, which can be caused by Parkinson's, Huntington, and multiple sclerosis. Are you affected by primary or secondary?
I have been diagnosed with secondary.
Mm-hmm. Is one worse than the other? Was one more debilitating?
No. To my understanding, I think that's maybe the one thing the medical community can agree on, is that regardless what type of dystonia you have, whether it be primary or secondary, the symptoms are identical.
How many people are affected by it in Canada? Do you know?
Approximately 50,000 Canadians.
50,000. Is the situation getting worse? Is it getting better? Do you think that it could be possibly be affected in any way by the environment?
Well, I can't say for sure whether it's getting worse, but what I can say is that if we continue to raise awareness that we have the opportunity to make things better by getting research and continuing to support people in the dystonia community.
Okay, somebody's just, I know we've chatted briefly about this, but for the benefit of some people who've just tuned in, somebody said, just tuned in, can you tell me what the symptoms of dystonia are?
Yes, dystonia can create uncontrollable twisting and repetitive movements, abnormal postures and positions, and it affects different parts of the body, including arms, legs, trunk, face, and vocal cords.
Okay. Let's talk about the event coming up, the fundraising event coming up, Chuck's Run, which is on June 4th in High Park. Talk to me about that. You were the leading fundraiser last year.
Yeah, so last year was my first year at Chuck's Run. My father really urged me to participate. I was in a pretty bad spot last year, and I was actually in a wheelchair last year when I participated. And June 1st last year, I had to go into work and tell my bosses that I couldn't do my job. It had gotten that bad. And I mentioned that I was going to do the run. And the CEO of the company sent an email out later that night to everyone at work. And within 4 days, we raised more than $17,000 for Chuck's Run. And this year I was asked to be the ambassador. And we are going forward with another campaign this year, and we have a goal to raise $25,000 for research and to raise awareness. And the CEO of my company has generously offered to match contributions dollar for dollar up to $10,000.
So you're still working at the same place?
Yes, that's correct. I did take a health leave for about 7 months, and I returned in January.
So can you tell us the name of the company? I think that they deserve a little shout out.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead.
I work at Alert Driving.
Okay.
And it's we provide web-based driver training. We actually pioneered the web-based driver training. So we cater our services to fleets, driver fleets.
What's the name of your CEO?
Jerry Martin.
Jerry Martin.
Yes.
He sounds like a pretty cool guy.
Well, he's been an inspiration to me. He has given me so much support. I couldn't be more grateful. And I've told him more than once that I don't know that I would be where I am today if he hadn't been behind me to cheer me on, even when I did want to give up. So I love my company. I love my job. And to this day, he's very flexible with my work schedule. He's very understanding and compassionate to my situation. And he does understand that I do want to continue contributing.
That's very important. And I think that's a good example for others, whether it's dystonia that you're battling or one of the many other different diseases. To have somebody like that and a company back you like that that's outstanding. Yeah,
I've heard more than once that there aren't a lot of other CEOs out there that would do what he does, but I do know that he feels that underscores the other CEOs and other companies, and I think that he's doing a great job at providing inspiration and leadership to those out there by doing what he's doing.
Okay, for people who would like to take part in the Chuck's Run, there's a website where they can go, I take it? Yeah,
we actually have a team webpage, and you can go to www.dystoniacanada.org/Alicia.
And dystonia is spelled Dystonia.
Yes.
Alicia, thanks very much for coming on, and congratulations on the great work that you did and that you continue to do in the battle of dystonia.
Thank you so much, Ted. Thanks for having me.
All the best. We'll see you on June 4th, by the way.
Yes, sir.
There you go. That's Alicia McGill. She is this year's ambassador for dystonia, and actually specifically for Chuck's Run, June 4th at High Park.